yellow card as soon as he come on.
Mad.
And if he didn't come on at all, João Pedro would have come on for those 7 points.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got it here.
And you got myself, Ham.
No AK.
No, okay.
Nah, no AK, bro.
Nah?
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired.
Cool. Well, I thought you'd be happy because of the victory, but you don't have any issues with the victory, though, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm a perfectionist in this. I'm always gonna want more, but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
Firstly, obviously, we took a week off due to the international break. I know last time we spoke, we haven't decided. We was indecisive whether we're going to take a break or not, but I'm guessing moving forward, we're going to take a break during international week.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the game at least?
Yeah, I watched both games. I watched the Ukraine game, watched the Scotland game.
Why you at it?
Don't at me. You know what? I've watched so many dead England games that nowadays, it's once in a while. Apart from tournaments.
Scotland game was good though.
Scotland game was good.
I expect it to be good. I think I didn't watch it because I wasn't around, so I probably listened to it on the radio.
Yeah, and the Scotland game was good. That I can understand about the Ukraine game because they started pretty badly. But we're not going to talk about England today.
Yeah, we're on into it. Yeah.
But in terms of the Scotland game was quite good. Firstly, people, before we get going, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share with friends or family, your ex, your enemies, everyone you can think of. Just share. We're trying to get our subscribers up this season. Cool. How's your break?
Good.
Ade?
Just say you want to ask something.
I don't know what the whole delay is. I want to get right into it, bro. I want to get right into it, bro. I'm tired. I want to get right into it, bro.
Nothing surprising happened, so I don't know why we're...
No. You know what? Since this guy's like itching to go, let's just get going. Like, there's only one place to start, obviously, this week.
Come on, man.
And that's like United.
The thing is, we could do this whole episode of United. There's bare talking points.
Yeah, no, to be fair, we can.
But we literally could spend like an hour just talking about.
We don't need to be dramatic, innit?
We'll go into it anyway because in terms of the game, I didn't watch the full 90, but I did watch a huge chunk of the game, so I can obviously start off in terms of like my perspective with the game, and then obviously I'll hand over to you guys. In terms of the game, is it any different from the previous games that we've played? We started off well, like, and that's just the honest truth. Like, and I think we've struggled this season to start off like in terms of like the start of games. We've obviously struggled this season, but the same reoccurring problem is we find there's difficulties putting the ball in the back of the net, and this is not just this season. This is an ongoing issue for many years. Yeah. In terms of like the first 17, 18 minutes. Like,
the first 20 minutes. Yeah,
first 20 minutes. Before Brighton scored anyway, right before Brighton scored, everything was like everything you expect from United, not expect from United, but everything you want from the game. There was high press.
Yeah, the press was good.
Creating chances, but we weren't obviously taking our chances. We were doing everything right. So, and it gives you like optimism in regards to the game. But then Brighton scored a great goal, and that's from the back, from like the goalkeeper all the way to the back of our net. And
Johan Cruyff would have been jumping up and down in his grave.
So it was a great goal, and as soon as they got that goal, disappointing in terms of like defensively, we're shambolic at the moment. Defensively, I don't know, like I don't know what to pin it down to. I just don't think in terms of like the defensive shape is horrible, and I just don't think they're not getting any protection as well from like the midfielders. I think we obviously discussed like the central midfielders previously over the last couple of weeks, and they're not getting that protection. Yeah, look, it was a beautiful goal from Brighton. You just got to put your hands up, like a great goal from the back, from the goalkeeper straight to the other end, and they just took control of the game after that. And the last 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes of the game, we come back into the game, and deservedly we got a goal, but
Good goal as well from the kids.
Yeah,
Very good goal.
yeah, and obviously it was ruled out for the right reasons. The ball went out.
The hole-in one in the first half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
We jumped the
yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the
Hannibal goal.
Yeah, we talking about the Hannibal goal. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no. Talking about the first half. Yeah. So no, we got the goal. Like we came back. Eventually, Brighton obviously took control of the game. After like they scored, they were just passing the ball around. I think we lost confidence after the it was a blow in confidence after they scored that goal because obviously we started off well. But the last 5-10 minutes we picked it back up and managed to get a goal, but it got moved out. And second half, it's probably the same. At this point, Brighton was playing really well, and we had our moments, they had their moments, but the difference was every time they had a chance to score.
Apart from Ansu Fati, I was fucking pissed, bro.
Yeah. That should have been.
Should be no.
Bro, you put that away, bro.
I don't know whether
You played for Barcelona,
great
fam.
save or was
I
it?
think it
That was a
casual
bad
shot.
finish,
Yeah,
man.
it was
Yeah.
casual
Yeah,
shot.
Yeah,
put that
apart from
away,
that
bro.
Very
But
casual.
if you apart from that, Ansu Fati,
I was vexed.
apart from that shot from him, I don't think they really worked the keeper much. Every time they've scored, and I think every time they had a chance, they scored. Any great open chance, they score it.
So it don't really matter
Yeah.
who's in goal for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well
So
put one of the players in goal. That'll make a difference.
but obviously we've lost when we had our chances. We didn't score the goals, so I think that was the difference, really. Yeah. Obviously, they had more possession, which I'm not surprised about. And yeah, that was pretty much it. It wasn't the performance wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible at the same time. I know because of the situation in United at the moment, everything gets heightened. Because we was in a group and then someone messaged in the group,
Yeah.
embarrassment. It's just a great goal.
That's just it.
It's not so much about being an embarrassment. It was just a great goal, bro. It's like I don't understand where the embarrassment. So everything we do basically is gonna get heightened, and I understand it. So
Yeah,
that's why
100%.
I'm not really gonna get because I was switching the games at that point, and then when I watched the goal, I was like, this is just a great goal. But I was switching games at the point, but I understand that at this current state where we're at, everything is gonna get heightened. Everything and this is not to take away that we are doing bad. I'm not trying to neglect that or disapprove that we are doing.
It's the worst start since 1989. I heard yesterday.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even keep tabs anymore.
Yeah. They said that. Yeah, they said when you're walking up the pitch,
Yeah,
3 and 5, innit?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I haven't. I haven't. Look, it hasn't been great. You can't shy away from that, but everything we do now is gonna get heightened. And there's just so many things wrong. I can't pinpoint and say, "Oh, this is what's going wrong." And
We've got a lot wrong.
Yeah,
from
there's-
the top,
there's-
but it's
yeah.
just,
There's a lot going wrong within the team.
We love that.
But yeah, no, that's where we're at the moment. In terms of the game, that's the game. Look, Brighton deserved to win the game. They won the game, and fair dues to them. And when the other team is vulnerable, you have to take advantage of it, and that's exactly what they did. And Brighton's a great side. We all know that. And yeah, they took advantage of it, and they won the game. They're in terms of from a United fan perspective. I don't want to say from a United fan perspective. From my perspective, it's honestly I don't know how we're gonna overcome it. But one thing about my experience in football is that sometimes it's not as bad as you think it is. You never know what could happen. It can obviously turn around. But from what I've watched so far this season, it's just I don't know how or when we are going to turn it around. And everyone's got to take responsibility. The manager's got to take responsibility. The players got to take responsibility. I just don't know how we can, or how or when we're going to turn it around. So it's something that they just got to work on. It doesn't make it any better that we've got Bayern Munich away from home next.
Yeah, we just have to write that game off. The next game is Burnley away from home.
Yeah. So
If we don't win that,
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
shit.
then that's where the big
problem.
questions
Yeah.
are.
No, I guess so.
Because, beginning of this season, there are games that shocked me. Like our performance in the Wolves game, that shocked me.
That was the first game, innit?
Yeah, that was the first game.
Yeah, that was alarming though.
That was.
I think if United do bad this season, I think we can all go back to that first game of the season and say it was from the first game of the season that we could have told how bad our season was.
I expected 4-0, so it was flip because obviously I was in air, so it was a flip to what I was expecting. The Spurs game, I take it. Spurs are at home. I sort of take that, let that go. Nottingham Forest game, it shocked me. Brighton didn't shock me because the reality is that they are a better footballing team than us. And in that final third, obviously you say they take their chances. One thing that I've always looked at Man City for is 95% of the time, the forwards make the right decision. It's not a case of I'm the striker, I want to score. It's not a case of I'm this person, I want to do this. You make the right decision because it's the right thing 100%. For the team.
Yeah.
It's like when we were playing Real Betis last season, I think we're 2 goals up, and Anthony had 3 players he could have passed to. He didn't, shot and missed. That's a defining moment because if this other team comes back,
100%.
So these other teams make the right decision. We don't.
Yeah, you saw it. I don't know if you watched the game. Did you watch United?
Yeah,
I was gonna say this might sound controversial because everyone with Dima is our best player at the moment. But I don't think Rashford makes the best decision.
Oh no, I don't.
No, yesterday I was going to make that point. Yesterday he didn't.
So many times he should have laid it off to Reguilon, and he didn't.
And he did it.
Or square it.
That's what I'm saying. Because there's so many times that.
But in his defense, he's thinking he ain't played with a number 9 that puts in the back of the net, so he probably trusts his ability more than putting it in there. His relationship with Højlund or whatever 9 will grow over time, hopefully.
Yeah. But from the first goal that got ruled out, that should give you an indication to think. Okay, it's going to be.
Yeah, because there was 2 glaring ones that he had to square it. There
was one that hit
in the second half. He left foot. Yeah, there's no need.
But then the thing is, I think that was the one that Højlund's
got it, laid it to him, made a brilliant run, like sprinted in, and all it is a cutback.
Cutback. That's all it. That's all it takes.
I think sometimes it's that him trying to go to that next level, because when you want to go to like that level to like Mbappe's level, you're not caring about anyone else. You're doing what you need to do to score a goal. But actually, it's not always the right thing for the team. And it works if you're going to score 9 times out of 10. But when you're not, we're going to see that we're going to flag that you're making the wrong decision. If Mbappe's making the wrong decision but scoring, what are you going to say? You're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
But you're making the wrong choices. And Brighton make the right choices. They make the right choices for the team. They trust each other.
Yeah, they don't have one individual that's above the team.
They trust each other and they make the decisions based on this is what I should do, and I'm going to have faith that this person's going to do that. And that's where our issues come. Obviously, we got
and they got a coach that's coached them into that they have to make the right decision or they won't play.
Yeah.
They have to make the right decision for the team.
I love that.
Yeah,
and that's why I always love Pep, because I look at Man City and I'm like, these guys aren't going to be selfish. Yeah, they're world-star players, but you still need to make the right decision, or you're not going to play for the next 4 weeks. So yeah, it's about the whole team. But obviously, we've got bigger problems. But on the pitch by itself, football is an issue. Obviously, we flagged since the beginning of last season that we want to see Ten Hag like put his stamp on it, and we've given him a lot of power in that club. We've given a lot of power. We've let him do what he wants to do. But when the time comes, if the time comes that we find out he's a fraud, I don't want any time wasted. I don't want any time wasted. We've given you a lot to. Do you
think there's signs of that already though, or there's no signs of it in your eyes?
No, there's signs.
Cool.
There's signs. There's signs. Like I'm not gonna say he's bad.
Yeah.
But there's signs of it might not work.
This might not. Yeah.
There's signs of this might not work. But obviously, I'm just gonna stand behind him. But I don't want it to be like, 3 seasons in. Yeah. We don't look at it because we're following it.
But because there's so much other things going wrong, maybe the manager you don't look. Yeah.
Like now you were trusting Arteta, which is what I want us to do. But you would be stupid not to be like, when stuff are you like, brother, are you sure? Are you sure? So still giving him time. I'm not saying anything because there are lots of things. Yeah. But let's not be blind to it. Because I still need to see football on that.
100%. 100%. And that's why I asked you that question, because yesterday was I'm a massive Ten Hag, but yesterday was the first time I felt that the word pressure and him are put in the same sentence, simply because what I saw yesterday, I'm like Tommy, I don't watch the game, but I watched a big chunk of the game. Yeah, was him being in an identical situation to the manager at Brighton, the club he played against. Their manager's only been there for 12 months, and he took over a good team in Graham Potter, but made them a better team. Like, you can't say that. Obviously, Brighton are a good team under Graham Potter, but what was their problem? They didn't put the ball in the back of it. Their chance creation was okay. Everything since De Zerbi's been there for 12 months, and your manager's been there for 12 months as well. So they've literally been in their jobs for pretty much the same. And you watched that team play yesterday, and they were super comfortable. Apart from the first 20 minutes that Tone said, they were super comfortable. And their manager's gone, oh, okay, so they're pressing really high. So what we're going to do is Veltman and Lamptey, you're going to go really high as my fullbacks, and we're going to ping it out to you, and we're going to play that way.
Yeah.
And then because I didn't get the diamond that your manager tried to play yesterday, especially if it's going to be Eriksen and McTominay either side of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then Eriksen definitely don't have the legs to get out
100%.
and whatnot. So I thought that he got out-coached yesterday, tactically as well. And you could see by the way United played that there was no answer, even in the second half. There was no answer because the second half, Brighton got stronger. That's as in like the first 20 minutes wasn't great, but then once they got their goal, and like Tom said, they got their goal, they got confidence. Second half, they played their lovely goal from Pascal Gross again. He sent Lisandro Martinez back to Argentina with that fake and whatnot. And it should have been more. And I think I would say it should be more because of the Ansu Fati chance, innit? But I just thought yesterday was the first time I think, oh yeah, I'm gonna put pressure at him, not mad pressure, but I'm just gonna put it in the same sentence because I'm watching De Zerbi do something with Brighton in the same amount of time, and the thing with United, I don't see one thing I do. I don't see. If I could see something, I could say, okay, cool. But I don't. Other than him sorting out stuff behind, like the culture, setting the culture,
football on
like
the pitch.
but in terms of the actual when he trains on a match at Carrington and then bringing it to the match day, I don't see what they're training at Carrington and bringing it to the match day.
Some games I look at and it's like there's no difference from when Solskjaer was here, and that's a big thing.
And that's yeah.
Because if we're saying actually we came because you know how to ball out. Like that Wolves game, obviously once I came off the plane and I watched it, it just reminded me of when Solskjaer was here. So I'm like, actually, where's the upgrade? If I can't, like, I need to be able to see the difference since then to now.
Yeah, 100.
Even if it's not the finished
And
product.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Because I don't even think Brighton fans are expecting their team to be this good.
Bro.
That's it. I'm saying.
And it's the coaching because you
100%.
can distinctly see the difference.
And 100% because yesterday's Brighton team, obviously United had their players out, but Brighton, Lamptey played left back.
Bro.
Ferguson didn't start.
You can see.
Do you know what I'm saying? There was better. Their manager made 6 changes.
Bro.
The manager made 6 changes. So yes, United didn't have Anthony and Sancho, and who else would you say you didn't have? Maybe Varane and whatnot. But the other teams changed as well,
100%
and whatnot.
100%.
So yeah, I do think for him, and obviously I don't think United fans were. I think United fans were more booing the fact that Martial's coming on and Højlund's coming on. I understood the sub, so I understand why United fans are booing.
I didn't see a single thing with it because a lot of United fans I haven't really rated how they've chased this Højlund thing. They have no knowledge of Højlund, right? They have no understanding. Obviously, they've been told that we've got number 9 now and he costs X amount.
Yeah.
So
Expectation is
But actually, at this moment, in terms of ability and maybe, okay, obviously Højlund can offer a bit more differently, legs and all of that stuff. But in terms of quality, there's probably not much difference between him and Martial at the moment, right? But in their head, they're thinking he's a number 9. We paid X amount. He's been hyped to this. Not that they understand who the player is. The sub made sense.
Because I think it was just a fitness issue, isn't it? It's just a fitness issue. He played him. What did he do? Because he played against us for what, last 20?
Last year.
Then he's played for Denmark twice and whatnot. I think he played for Denmark twice during the international break. But I don't think he started.
Came on, though.
Yeah, I know he didn't start. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he started both games. Yeah, exactly. So, but I get United fans thinking, bro, I'd rather him than fucking Martial. I'd rather him 20% fit. You know what I'm saying?
It's not sensible though.
Like,
if you watch football though, you understand someone. I hear what you're saying.
But if I'm a United fan, I go Old Trafford. I'm looking at. Listen, play him. Don't bring my man on. My man is a ghost. He don't play football.
No. I'm like, you know what all footballers? Like if we're playing
it's just common sense, though, isn't it? Like, if he's fully fit and then there's no issue with him, I get that. But common sense got to prevail at some point.
It's hot day, all of that.
The common sense should say that. Let's leave Martial on the bench. That's what common sense would tell me. Let's bring Garnacho on.
Okay, that's the thing. But Højlund has to come off. That's the main thing.
No. It's a fitness issue because the manager said it himself. When they asked him about the booing, his thing was just like, I didn't think we got to ease him in it. And whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I had no beef with that.
I have no issues. I don't think United fans was booing
because it was coming off. I don't think it was booing because Martial was coming off. They were booing because
I hope they were.
Even if it was anyone else.
They just want Højlund.
Yeah, they want Højlund on.
They would have won Højlund. I think their mind is, this guy's done well today. There's no reason for him to come on.
Yeah, he's got.
And that's just why, obviously, I disagree with it. In terms of like, obviously, whether it's you never know it. But I feel like if it was anyone else, if it was Garnacho
or Palestri,
whoever was standing there to come on,
they would have booed the decision, innit?
Yeah, they would have booed the decision for that.
And I don't think because of how United were getting outplayed as well, I think that's adding to it as well. You haven't started the season well.
100.
Brighton are popping us, and then you're taking off the player that we think is actually having a good game.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
And that's what I said from the beginning. It's like anything we do now, any little decision will be heightened, and it's understandable. It's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
and the manager's made big decisions since he's been there.
Yeah, is what I'm saying. It's just
The torchlight's going to be on him.
It's just sometimes
He's made big
you just hope
decisions.
some people will use their common sense sometimes and step back from like the emotions of the game and just think,
football's too emotional though, man.
Yeah, that's the thing with football.
It's too emotional, bro.
But then that's why you can't listen to every.
Yeah, no,
every
you
Tom,
can't.
Dick,
You can't.
and
But
Harry,
that's why you got
See what
like
I mean?
even if Ten Hag, like you said, let's just say he is a fraud, yeah, whatever it is, yeah. He's got to stick to his principles and do what he thinks is right, and conscience will feel better if they do sack him. Yeah, at least I tried my best and I did everything. I didn't say, oh, the fans are onto me that I have to. Let's just say they were. I have to play Harry Maguire. Okay, let me go and play him. I don't want to play him, but let me go and play him. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather he just stick to his principles. I mean, he thinks Maguire is shit. He's not playing. He'd rather play Luke Shaw centre half. That's it. That's cool. He's the manager. We're going to go as far as he takes us and whatnot.
Right?
Yeah,
So
at the end of the day, like he thinks that Sancho's not training well enough. There's United fans, but we want Sancho to play. He's the manager. We go as far as the manager takes us. And he will live and die by the decisions that he makes.
100%.
So having Sancho and having Anthony, now you could say, okay, but the Anthony thing was after, innit? So you could say, because I saw a lot of people saying on, what's that program that comes on? Soccer Saturday or something. Some of the people on there, I don't want to name them, but some people on there were saying that he should have put an arm around Sancho when he knew that the Anthony thing was going to be exposed and whatnot. Yeah.
Men out here,
even regardless of that, even regardless of whether that Anthony thing, I won't put my arms around it because you come into the club saying a certain standard. And the thing is, you have to stick to that. Not everyone's gonna agree to it. You set a certain standard. Ronaldo didn't agree to it. You let him go. You set a certain standard. Rashford didn't complain when you drop him. Like, and Rashford,
that's the only thing I'll give him though.
And Rashford came on like Gary Neville's thingy. And he said, I was only a minute late. If it wasn't even up to a minute. But I understand it. I appreciate it.
Those are the rules.
It's the rules.
I knew it was the rule before it happened.
And so from when our best player he's able to understand that. This is why it's so hard for me personally to defend Sancho. You know what I mean? I don't know we don't know the full detail. I don't know the specifics. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, people might say the manager is wrong for throwing him under the bus. And at the same time, some people might think he's wrong for coming out and speaking out on social media. You could have just buckle up, go into the training, and just say, you know what, I'll show you. Like, there's ways there's ways for you to show the managers that.
I wouldn't have done it that way, but I hear it though.
Look, everyone's different, innit?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, for Sancho specifically,
I would have done the Instagram live. I'm a bastard. I would have done Instagram live.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't take the piss. The truth is, I've changed over the years. As I've grown up, I've become less of a troublemaker, and I'm more like, if we can get past it, let's just get past it. But when you want to come and you didn't need to disrespect me live on TV.
I'm going on Instagram live, bro. And then asking to apologize, and Sancho said, I'm not apologizing.
And I wouldn't apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
So as much as Sancho may be in the wrong, once it's gotten to that position that you're calling me out live on TV, it's on. And I'm not going to apologize.
100%.
But yeah, look, in terms of like that Sancho situation, like everyone will have their own perspective of things. In terms of like him, like for me personally, it's hard for me to defend Sancho because.
But are you guys both happy with the latest development? Not happy, but what's your take on that? In the fact that they had the meeting, he's not apologizing, he's been told train away from the team. You're okay with that? You're okay with that?
I accept Sancho standing his ground, and I accept Ten Hag.
Okay.
I wouldn't apologize.
So you ain't got a problem. So you ain't. That's what I'm saying. You ain't got a problem with that. Okay, cool.
I don't have a problem with Sancho.
Not apologizing. I'm saying, but I'm not apologizing. Burn that.
And I expect
you're my manager. Don't decide.
And I expect the manager to
say.
And if it's a thing where Sancho's got to go, then he's got to go. Sancho's not like he hasn't done like. Look, we obviously know Sancho's a good player. But he hasn't been able to like display that.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
Did him for ages.
For Manchester United. You know what I mean? And the manager's come out, spoke the truth. Like, in terms of the manager, the reason why I'm on the manager side, it can go either way. Look, and you know, from Mourinho day, I've always spoke out in terms of I'm when the manager come out and speak the truth. Whatever you said it is, I've said this from Mourinho. Just say what it is, like, because you don't say it because it can go either way. I feel like the manager in that situation, everyone can, like, other people can disagree. Yeah, it's no win-win situation. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation for him. You can come out and say, it's got a bit of like a knock. He can't play today. and then Sancho can come out and say, I don't have a knock.
Mm-hmm.
He just chose
He
not
just
to
not
play.
to blame. Yeah.
You come out and speak the truth, Sancho can still come out and say. So I don't think the manager could have won in that situation. It can potentially if not Sancho don't come out, but as much as Sancho has decided to come out, there was nothing he can do about it. And then the manager is gonna think you're disrespecting.
Yeah, he's
me by
undermining
coming out.
me.
You're
Yeah.
undermining me
Yeah,
by
yeah.
coming out, and then that's what. And as soon as you come out and speak out, it's a problem because especially when you use the word you're being scapegoat.
Yeah.
But you're not being specific in terms of like.
And then you're saying people are lying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's the line.
It's the lion, yeah. You're not being specific,
Yeah.
but under the same tweet, you're still saying, I respect the coaches. So you're like, even Sancho, you're contradicting yourself in a sense. People that you're obviously referring to that are lying are the coaches. And at the same time, you're still saying that.
Probably just
I
one coach,
respect
though.
it.
It's just the manager, isn't it?
Yeah,
you might
just
like the
one-
coaches.
yeah.
I just don't like the manager.
The manager, and for me as a manager, I mean, look, you're not, I didn't buy you here in the first place.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And then like I've tried my best to put my hand around you, and like and people,
I'm not getting it.
and I'm not getting like last year. I've allowed. I don't know. We don't know what that situation is as the game. Once again, it's all speculation.
Yeah.
Whatever situation he had to deal with last year, I've allowed you to go away for 3-4 months, and I can't recall any single manager allowing a player to go away for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I can't recall any such situation. I've allowed you to go away to galvanize yourself.
Yeah, clear your head, train with the people
and
that I
come back.
believe, yeah.
I believe I've done everything within my powers to support you. And then you look at his his record, like this. I didn't even realize this until like this week. He had a disciplinary record at Man City. He had the same thing with Dortmund. You had the same thing with England. So you've had issues in all these clubs that you played for. So it's hard for me personally, with knowing all this information, to defend.
I just don't like all that stuff coming out now because it's almost like trying to tarnish these. Because a lot of them was more like, he sulks and stuff like that. Okay, so fucking what?
And it's always been the case. Even
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
when he was a great player.
Yeah, like so fucking what, bro?
But that's the situation. When
They're
you're in
saying,
the, when you're in
he's
the
not happy that he's not getting picked. Do you want him to smile?
Yeah.
when you're in the spotlight, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like that.
You
bro.
can't
It's like a
defend-
smear campaign or something.
Ultimately, it still doesn't change anything. Because when he was great, he was doing exactly the
Same thing. That's
Yeah.
why, and that's why I hate stuff like that. You know?
package.
Yeah, it's the package.
That's why I
but
hate stuff like
At
that.
the end of the day, it's still gonna come out when the spotlight is on you, and that goes back to what I was saying before about Man United. Everything's gonna get heightened when the spotlight is on you.
It's like the Harry Maguire situation, isn't it? Because he plays for Man United, that he's getting so much.
Yeah, of course.
That guy's joking. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so look, all those things will come out, and then you're gonna think, you know what? It's hard for me, as I say, personally, I can't speak for other United fans. It's hard for me to defend you, but if this is the route that the manager's gonna take, as Adi said earlier, the manager is not covering himself in any grace at the moment himself. But we're gonna have to support you and just hope that
It will pay off, man.
yeah, just hope that it
That's
pay
it.
off. And
Right now.
it's as simple as that. You just hope that it's pay off because he hasn't had it easy.
Nah.
I don't think he would have signed up. The last thing he would have wanted is having to be dealing with like conduct issues within the team. I don't think that probably would be the least of his problems.
Yeah.
They've been-
They manage Man United,
And one of the
massive
issues that-
club.
And there was probably conduct issues previously.
Yeah,
But
100%.
the previous managers, the managers that spoke out has ended up going, like the Mourinho's. And the managers that didn't speak out, the players, as much as the players had the power and he's tried to protect them, they haven't done anything.
Yeah,
on
he
the
ain't
pitch
there either.
to support him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, and as you said earlier, with him is I've got to do things my way. Like I'm not going to allow this player to
100%,
disrespect me because
100%.
I'm not sure. I'm not saying this is how he's thinking. The managers that spoke up about them, they got rid of him. The managers that tried to support them,
Yeah, they got rid of him.
Like
So
the
it don't
players
matter.
didn't cover him any
Yeah,
grades because
yeah.
the performance weren't good enough. So now I just got to do this my way.
Yeah, 100%.
And if it doesn't work, I'll know that I've got fired or got sacked.
At least he kept his integrity,
Yeah,
innit?
Exactly,
That's
and that's
it.
the most
You know what I'm
important thing.
saying?
And that's
Yeah.
where we're at the moment. Because
Don't get sacked by someone else's decisions. You got sacked.
But he got to do something, not turn it around. But he's got. I'm not turning around for me. Doesn't mean they got to finish top 4. But he definitely got to put some type of imprint in Man United in his reign, whether he's there for
Or
2
else
seasons or
I
3.
won't remember you for
That's what I was
nothing.
gonna say. Unless
All
it's
I'm
just gonna be a
remember is the
blur.
drama.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the-
gonna be.
the only thing I remember is the drama.
It's gonna be an absolute blur. It's just gonna be the Ronaldo thing. He stripped Maguire of captaincy, and he told Sancho he can't play with us no more.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you're gonna remember.
Yeah. But look, he's obviously got a difficult task in his hands but you have to wait and see how he deals with it in terms of like. I think a lot of United fans are disappointed with how the season started, rightly so. A lot of United fans are disappointed in him, but I don't think Ten Hag is the only problem in the team. The players are problems, like the board are problems. It's just
everyone.
Yeah,
anyone that thinks it's just him will just be mad.
Yeah,
so it's United win the mud. At the moment.
But you were more worried now with this start than you were last season because you started off bad last season. So you're more worried now at this stage than you were last season when you chopped 4 at Brentford and Brighton at home.
Probably yes, because I had different expectations.
So you're more worried now then, yeah?
Probably.
For me,
would you say you're more worried now than you were at last season at this stage because you didn't start off great?
Yeah.
Last season wasn't great, but I sort of digested it. The beginning of the season,
you probably gave him the grace like his first season.
Yeah, it was like it's beginning of the season as well, very big. Like, but here we're trying to build on from what we did last season. So
you want to start off, yeah.
Minus the Brighton game, I don't even take the Brighton game as anything. I don't take the Spurs game. We're playing a rival away from home. I take it, but it was just from the Wolves and not the first, especially the Wolves one. It just blew my mind. So if we're losing the games that we could lose because the opposition's good, and also being horrific when we're playing the people that are
supposed to be beating,
then what
are
we actually doing?
So yeah, it probably is more worrying now. To be fair,
no great performances.
I probably agree.
5 games,
I probably agree.
No great performances. So what's happening?
Yeah. But for me personally, I just think I knew this season was going to be difficult for him, and I think I've said this and I voiced this at the beginning of the season. This is going to be harder. It's one thing doing something when you had a grace last year when we know you was taking over, you was inheriting a problem club in a sense, like. So it's all great doing that the first season. I always believed the second season was going to be harder for him, and I think I've said this from the.
You said it, yeah. 100%.
I've said it from the very get-go. The second season is going to be harder for him. So,
but that's worse.
And he's going to look like an idiot because all the other managers. Remember, you pulled it up. All the other managers had better second season.
Second season.
I was thinking about that. Who? Ten Hag. Were you saying?
Ten Hag had.
Oli
had a second.
Mourinho.
Mourinho had a better second season.
Oli's first season was a half season, and
but second season was the team finished better.
Okay.
Yeah, they've had better seasons. Like, depending.
It's all 3 of them: Van Gaal, Oli, and Mourinho.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we not finish second in Mourinho's first season?
That was his second season.
Yeah,
that was the second season.
We improved. I think Van Gaal maybe we didn't.
Oh no, you're right. The first season we won the trophies in the first season for Mourinho. That's when we
won the Europa League.
Europa League.
Yeah.
But we finished second.
And then he was and
then he got sacked.
Yeah.
But he got sacked going into the third season.
Yeah.
So okay, and Louis, we won the FA Cup.
We won the FA Cup,
but we didn't make top 4. But we
didn't make top 4.
And
so
he
we
got
finished
sacked.
Slightly lower.
So
but we won a cup.
Yeah, so it's all slightly different. And then with Oli's second season, because Oli was
his first full season
and a half. So his
second season was his first full season.
The second season was his first
full season, and then we finished second in that season as well. So like there are second circumstances behind it because with him, it's just he's had a full season, but no excuses anyway.
No excuses.
I'm not trying to make excuses,
upwards.
But personally, I've always felt like, and I always take this in life as well. This is not just him as a manager. I always said it's all great doing something one time. But I think the biggest achievement is being able to maintain and sustain that achievement.
And go again.
That's what we'll measure Newcastle one.
Yeah.
Teams like Newcastle. But if
even us as well. Even us, because imagine if we finished 4th or 5th, you'll think like last year was a flash in the pan.
Yeah. So that's
what I'm saying.
You judge people.
But he's slightly different, isn't it? Because I think we should hope that he's got over the turmoil.
Giving him a lot.
Yeah, like
he's got his
Arteta.
team.
Arteta.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just saying Arteta's got over like the first couple of like issues. So like. We never know in it, but I just think, like, personally, this, like, is Arteta. But anyway, we'll go back to Arteta in a second. But in terms of, like, him, like, I know everyone's different, but it's just something I've always thought. I just never thought the season was going to be easy for him. We'll see how he gets on. We'll see how the team gets on. But I'm in agreement with Adi. I'm going to write off the Bayern Munich game.
I'll watch.
You might turn up, man.
No, because
where's it away as well?
I'm gonna watch it.
Away. I like to see all them Sané perform. So if they give us 12,
it's not gonna be 12.
I'll enjoy it.
It's not gonna be 12, bro.
Love Bayern, so I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be 12, bro.
And
it'll be a good game, man.
His next big game is like Burnley, so he's just got like,
Burnley
and I
away
think the
from
manager
home.
will know
Yeah.
that, the players will know that, like it's. I don't really want to dissect the game and start analyzing the game because I said there's just so much wrong, like wrong with it. Like forget
Just
I mean,
blanket. They're
yeah,
better than
do you get what I
us.
mean?
We
What's
move
that?
on from that. We're like analysing the United game
Yeah.
and Brighton game. Just
Yeah.
Oh,
blanket.
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
too much with that
It's
one.
the
The,
same-
the only thing for me when like you used the word already, it just wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, it just
Like
wasn't-
United again
yeah.
beat 3-1 at home to Brighton wasn't
It wasn't.
shocking. It wasn't a
But
surprise.
the reason I was
It wasn't
surprised-
nothing. It wasn't nothing to me. I just thought Brighton are a better team.
Arsenal Liverpool, so you know there's feeder clubs. Arsenal Liverpool just we feed them points. We feed Brighton
Yeah.
points and
I wasn't surprised. No,
I wasn't surprised. I'll be honest, I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie that I wasn't surprised. The reason why I am surprised is because we've been unbeaten at Whole Trafford for.
Yeah, they
since
lost at home. Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not, I'm not gonna lie and sit here that I expected Brighton to beat us because we've had a great home record since they beat us this time around last season. We haven't lost a game at Whole Trafford. So
totally forgot about
Yeah,
that.
so
I predicted
Yeah.
them to beat us. Actually.
yeah,
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I had them.
I'll be
I had
telling
them.
like if I say that I thought they was gonna go and beat us at home. And that's just the honest truth.
Yeah, I had them on the accumulator. Brighton
I
away.
had them
Brighton
2-1.
away win.
I had them 2-1.
Brighton away win.
Yeah, so
But I just looked at it as if Brighton turn up and play
Yeah.
football, United turn up and play football,
That's what
Brighton
it
gonna
is
beat
on.
United.
And I
Just
think
keep it
so,
simple.
form
Yeah.
and how they play football. And that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So-
And then when I saw that Wan-Bissaka went marking Matoma, I was like, this guy doesn't respect. This guy doesn't respect
When I saw that, I was
Matoma.
like, okay, that's interesting.
I don't think
But
that
then
one-
Wan-Bissaka's
that
gonna
one
have to
played
work.
different, yeah.
Wan-Bissaka's gonna have to work on Wednesday because he's gonna have Gnabry and Sané swapping.
Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's
But that didn't even play a part in the game, to be honest, because Thingy done well, and that's the funny thing about the game. Dalot done well.
So that was alright.
Yeah.
Still, yeah. Regular done alright. Still,
Regulon did.
yeah. Regular done alright.
In terms of
Still.
like the goals, I don't
Casemiro looked like he was carrying another person on his back, fam.
Yeah.
Trying to run around the pitch. He looked awful.
He looked like me yesterday.
No, he looked like someone. He looked like literally carrying someone whilst he was running, fam.
I think the manager did well by taking him off.
Yeah.
The game. Is there anything else we haven't really in terms of like United? There's a few questions I'm just gonna go through actually, and then we'll see what. So obviously in his press conference yesterday, I think he was a bit embarrassed. They were saying something. I think the reporters were asking him about the price of the squad.
Yeah, the
Like,
spend. The Brighton spend.
Why is there like a massive disparity between United and Brighton if we spend so much? What are your thoughts on that? His response is play teams that I spend more, and I think we should say no. Like Brighton's starting 11 cost 20
100%.
million.
We can't be. He shouldn't
Yeah.
be stupid. Sometimes I think they should be turning off his mic because he does say
He does say a lot of
dumb
stupid
shit.
stuff, yeah,
He
yeah,
does
yeah.
say a lot of dumb shit.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, yeah, there's a degree to that. He's not coaching them the way other coaches are, and that's remember when we first, I think it was last season when we were like, which players do you want to see? I said, I don't give a damn. I want to see the players that you can show us your football with. It's not about big names no more. You find a player
Yeah.
that has the capability to execute
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
want. That's who I want to see.
So like Brighton deserve be going to get Daoud from Dortmund
Bruh.
and playing brilliant centre
Right,
mid.
you get me?
Yeah.
I want it. That's what I want to see. I want you to earmark the players that can show us what you want to like show on the pitch and do that. But we keep spending extra money. Obviously, there's that part that we are Man United and they're going to charge us extra.
100%.
But then also you are going for the players that are sort of ready-made. If your scouting team and everyone else are seeing players that have the same attributes that you can train up, then you won't get called out as much as this. But so I think it's 50-50. United always going to be charged extra, but we are also buying expensive players and not coaching them. So
Yeah, I think that's what, and I think that was his defense eventually is that the prices are inflated as soon as Man United come into play, which is true. Like I just said, it's
so you can fill up the stats. A lot of people
Yeah.
focus on net spend, but are you going to blame us that nobody wants our shit? We spent 100 million. The players are shit. No one's gonna buy them. So net spend is not even an accurate. Why use net spend? It don't
Yeah.
matter. No one wants our players. So
It's true, you know.
no one wants our players.
Cool. All right. In terms of United, I think that's pretty much we discussed. The only two things I had was the Sancho stuff, and his response during the post-match press conference. Let's just move on to Arsenal's game. obviously, like Everton has been away from home. Everton's been a bogey team for Arsenal over the last recent years.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to win the league, this is the type of games this is the type of like hurdles you need to get over. And they've tried just Everton did they even create? I left the match at 80-something minute, but they didn't have any clear-cut chances.
They're a horrible football side, man.
I can't really recall.
They're a horrible football side, bro.
What's his name? Raya making a save. I'm so pissed he's gonna get 2 bonus points on fantasy because what did he even do? He didn't even have to do anything.
Didn't have to do now.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on the game? But we don't need to spend much on it because there's 2 questions. What's your thoughts on the game and what's your thoughts on Vieira today?
Yeah, no, I thought the boys were comfortable, man. Everyone are a horrible side, man. Everyone are a horrible side, bro. I was watching the game, yeah, and then my missus walks in and goes, "Why is the ball just in the air?" I was just like, "Oh, it's Everton, baby. It's Everton away. That's what they do." But yeah, I thought the boys were brilliant. I thought it was such a controlled performance. I know. I'll tell you, it's the type of game that a manager will go away and give it a 10 out of 10. Fans might say, "No, we didn't do 7 out of 10, 8," but the manager will give it because the control was there from the minute 1 to minute 94. We was never under any danger, never under any pressure. We utilised the ball really well. We created some chances. We didn't create like a bag full of chances, but we created enough to score. And then the goal that we scored was lovely. What I love about us here is that we are a forward-thinking side, whether it's Arteta or the coaches or the set-piece coach that we got in like last season or 2 seasons ago. We're a forward-thinking side. And like, we're always trying to do something different. And you can see from that goal, that was definitely something that they've worked on because if you saw how long it took before we took the corner, yeah, you could tell that that's been worked on. So it was a lovely, lovely routine goal. I was happy that Trossard got it as well because when I look at my team now, Martinelli comes off a hamstring injury, Trossard comes on. We don't get weaker at all. Eddie comes off, Jesus comes on. We don't get weaker. We take Fabio off, we bring Havertz on. Some people might not like him. I think Havertz is good. We don't get weaker. You know what I'm saying? We take Zena off, we bring on Tommy to see it out because you know Zinchenko, his head can go crazy, he might not defend. So I love that about us, and I was happy that Trossard got it because I thought Trossard was our brightest player in pre-season, and he hasn't had enough minutes this season. I think he could have been given some more minutes off the bench already.
Agreed.
So I'm happy that he got the goal. I'm happy it was a good goal. But yeah, the game was comfortable. It's just that the longer you don't score, the more you're thinking they'll get one corner, Tarkowski will put his head on it, and they'll win.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Happens,
but no, we were good, man. We were slick. The passing was good. So it wasn't. I mean, everyone played well. I don't think we can give anyone man in the match because everyone played well. So in Saliba was calm at the back. Deck was good in the middle. Eddie was quiet. I tweeted saying I don't think we should play Eddie and K away from home. He offers nothing away from home, and I think that's because our play. Obviously, you go away from home, you expect the home side to be dominant, expect to do more, innit? And I think Eddie is a player that when we're at home, we got more of the ball and we're attacking more, innit? And whatnot. Whereas I think Jesus away from home offers so much more because he's going to get involved and do stuff. Whereas Eddie today up front, he offered nothing up top. So it's good to have Jesus back. But other than that, I thought it was a comfortable performance. Everyone are a horrible side, and I really, what camera am I looking into? I really hope they go. I really hope they get relegated. I really hope they get relegated. I got them down as relegation anyway. But them, Sean Dyche, horrible. But my boys, brilliant. From the goalkeeper to the players that come off the bench, brilliant. And it just sets us up nice for a big week that we got. Back in the Champions League for the first time in 6-7 years. So it's a massive, massive game. PSV at home, you should think we'll win it, but we lost to PSV.
In terms of like the Champions League quickly, so this is our first time back. How long? We wasn't last year, but year before last, we was in the Champions League, right?
We do part-time, we do first term. First term, and then
we probably won't be back next season.
Like all these Nigerians that sign off for
international student.
do term one and then leave. So
don't worry, you guys better enjoy it because you guys won't be back next year, like Tom said.
Yeah.
So enjoy the Champions League.
It changes next season anyway, so we just want the last classic season and then.
Yeah.
In terms of like you, we'll come back to United in a bit. I know you obviously voiced your opinion at it about 12-0.
12-0.
Or 11.
11. Ham, what you saying about Arsenal PSV? Because you obviously played them last season anyway.
Bloody Ruud van Nistelrooy.
You beat them at home. You lost away from home. How do you think it's going to plan out this Wednesday?
No, I think we'll be all right. I think I like our group. Our group's nice. Our group is a Europa League group, so I'm happy. They said you guys have been playing Europa. We'll give you a group that mirrors what you've been doing. So I'm alright. I think the boys will be okay though. I think we'll navigate through the group all right. Probably win our home games or maybe draw one. But I don't see maybe Sevilla away just because of the heritage European nights there. But other than that, I think the boys will be comfortable, especially the way we play and especially at home as well. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. We could definitely got a harder group.
100%.
So I think the only thing is if we coast through our group and then you go into the knockout stages, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the jump might hit us across the face, innit? But we can only play what's in front of us, innit? And I got full confidence in the boys. Who is it? PSV, Sevilla,
Lens.
Yeah, Lens, innit? Yeah. So I got full confidence in the boys. Obviously it's Champions League, but like we always say, it's a game of football. We have the better players. Whoever we play in the team, we'll have the better players. I think we got the best coach, so I think we'll be all right. I don't see us having no banana skins other than maybe Sevilla away.
Cool. But you're upset that you had to play on a Sunday? Because I was thinking about it. Why didn't it put you guys at 12?
Yeah, but because we're playing on Wednesday, I wasn't really mad because we play Sunday, Wednesday, and then the North London derby on Sunday. So yeah, I was all right.
Yeah,
I was all right. Yeah.
Cool. How did you still sticking to 12?
Maybe 11, 10 and a half. One of those ones. It's one of those ones like we might play out of our skin. You never know. We might just part of the bus, but I expect Bayern to win us, like beat us. They haven't been playing.
They haven't. Yeah, I was going to say.
Been like firing on all
I was
cylinders.
Gonna say,
so it could be
yeah.
interesting, but I expect them to beat us. We struggle with less against less. So yeah.
Cool. I'll be honest with you, I'm with you. So I don't think it'll be 11-12, but I agree that they'll beat us.
You don't give your boys no chance at all.
You just
other than a normal chance.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah, you never
That
know.
But actually,
that normal chance.
It's just a normal,
it's
like-
possible.
Yeah. But realistically, you're like,
Bruh.
As I said,
this is a
look,
myth.
I don't, like with our boys, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that we do have quality, some sort of quality within the squad.
Fact,
but
yeah, you got match
I just
winners.
don't know when we're going to be able to turn around this bad form. There's no signs of it.
Mm.
That's that's just the
And
honest
especially
truth.
when we don't need to. It's a group stage where we can still win the rest of our games.
Mm.
They don't need to turn up for this match, so I trust them even less.
Yeah, so I've seen no sign of it at all. So it's hard to just for me to see. And the only thing with Bayern is defensively they haven't been great, but the way they've been playing football, they create a lot of chances.
Yeah.
Those boys like up top,
youngsters.
I've been watching their games.
Oh, Tell, bro.
Tell.
Ooh, what he done the other day to someone that.
the
Still coming off the
the
bench.
only way we can possibly beat them is to catch them on the counter.
Yeah, it's transitional, isn't it? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, that's the only thing we can possibly
Still
do.
playing.
Ole's way.
So yeah, that's the only thing I see that can possibly happen. But
I'm looking for. We both play on Wednesday, innit?
yeah,
Yeah,
both
both
playing
Wednesday.
Wednesday, so we're just gonna have to scrap out. But we'll talk next week. We'll see how it goes. You're not here next week, Ham.
No.
So we're gonna try and get someone else to replace you. But yeah, we'll see how it goes next week and then move on. Let's just do a quick roundup in regards to the Premier League roundup, this weekend's games.
F Spurs.
Yeah, just what like I'll just give a name. You guys have you caught up on all the games?
I think.
Yeah.
Apart
Yeah.
from the Luton game.
Luton game. All right, cool. I won't give you the
Yeah, I wasn't there, man. Fulham.
All right, I'll give you each one of the game. Start with you, Ham. Just quick roundup of the Liverpool and Wolves game.
Yeah, I thought Wolves were good. Wolves were good in the first half. Cunha's got a score. I really hope they beat him at halftime. Like I really hope they slap him. No, big man thing. Like sometimes because I've been hotted up. I play football and I've had managers like literally like hot me up at halftime. And what the fuck was that? And I really hope Gary O'Neill said, "What the fuck was that, bro?" Because that's literally 2-0. And I honestly think if they go 2-0 up, I don't think Liverpool come back into it. But give Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool credit. Second half performance was good and they deserved their win.
Cool.
And Pedro Neto, big him up. Big up Pedro Neto. He's back to his best. It's good to see. I think he's been out for over a year or something, isn't it? Mad injuries and that.
Couple of
So
injuries.
yeah, good to see him back to his best, man.
Cool. Are they Villa Palace?
Villa Palace. Oh, that was a good game still.
Yeah, good game.
Villa.
The late show.
It was late show, yeah. So Villa are interesting. So they've got all their ability, but they're not showing it all. They're not being consistent, basically. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. Ollie Watkins ain't scoring goals for us. So
But the RB looks crazy.
The RB's mad.
Looks mad, fam.
Like overall, they've got a solid squad. So I want to see what they're able to do in the league and what they're able to do in Europe. But it seems to be a lot of up and down in the league. See if they can build some consistency after they play us.
Cool. Fulham, Luton.
Yeah, nice, comfortable. It's early 1-0 though, innit? But I was just happy, bro. I got Leno's clean sheet points, innit, bro?
Yeah,
So that's what that. And I didn't know, you know the brother that scored? You know that's the first minute he's had all season? These times Mitrovic don't play for them. That's how you know the manager don't rate him, bro. The Vinicius you.
Yeah, Vinicius.
Yeah, man, that's how you know the manager don't rate him. But, big up Alex Iwobi for his move from Everton to Fulham. Happy to see him obviously playing for a team that actually wants to play football with a manager that wants to play football. So I think it'll even unlock him even more. Because I think Alex is decent, especially in the last 2 seasons he's had for Everton playing centre mid. He's looked good, so happy for him at Fulham.
Cool. Are they Spurs and Sheffield United?
Sheffield United, man. First, they came anti-football, and now they let Spurs come back and score. Happy for Richarlison, though, but guys, Son did nothing because I had him on my fantasy team.
Bro, I thought the game was done.
Bruh.
You know what? It was 1-0, yeah? So I jumped into the car. It was 1-0. I literally thought I saw the black thing. You know when it shows the score as the final score?
Yeah.
So then obviously I'm driving, get to where I'm going, and I pull out my phone, and I saw 2-1 Tottenham.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck, man? And when I looked at the time, they scored 95th minute and 100th minute or something.
Because I was driving back from
12 minutes
football.
What the fuck, bro?
Mine originally added on. So when
then it was delayed.
delays.
There was a delay.
No, Sheffield United were just playing.
No, I was livid, bro.
Get go. So I was driving back and I heard the equalizer, and then immediately after they scored, I was just like, "Damn you, man!" But it's good for Spurs. It's good to see.
Good start to the season.
Yeah, good start to the season. It's good to have that additional competition, especially when it's good football as well. So it'll be nice to see what they can do this season as well.
Yeah,
It makes a thrilling North London derby.
Yeah, Sunday, massive game.
Man City and West Ham.
Yeah, no, did you see that? Because it was 1-0. I'm thinking West Ham are having a decent.
Very
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. When it was 1-0, I still thought like West Ham could almost
They could've scored more than one as well.
hold out in it. But then Man City.
But to be fair, Man
onslaught.
City had a better start than them.
Yeah, but obviously 'cause they go 1-0 up, I'm thinking.
disciplined. West Ham are
That's what I'm saying,
disciplined
exactly.
right now.
Yeah. And obviously Haaland missed a few. I wouldn't say they were clear cut, but he missed a few.
Well, the thing about West Ham though is, and I think which Antonio spoke about when he was in the Filthy Fellas interviews, that what they're doing this season is what they should have done last season.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're saying is that
They've
they tried to change their way last season.
Yeah.
And it's only during like the middle of the season they realize, you know what, this is.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that for David Moyes.
And I'm watching it and I'm like, even though you think it's negative, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah. And I love that for David Moyes. Like
They had more than one chance. They had the Edison save. They had the Antonio chance. They had a few. So they're not playing like counter-attack with only one chance in the game. They're actually going and they're scoring 2-3 against people. So
Yeah. But then Man City come back and
Man City.
Jeremy Doku's goal was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. And obviously Haaland's gonna do what Haaland does, isn't it?
Newcastle, Brentford, how do you?
Newcastle, that was a big game because Newcastle needed that win.
Yeah.
Obviously, they start talking about pressure on Eddie Howe and stuff. And
No pressure.
As much as there shouldn't be pressure,
Yeah.
football's a crazy game. It's a crazy game, but they did what they needed to do because at the start of that game, Brentford were putting it on them.
Okay.
They stepped.
I know what's the game.
No, they stepped to them. First half an hour or so, they stepped to them a lot. So yeah, it was a good win for Newcastle. Yeah,
The Callum Wilson penalty, innit?
Callum Wilson.
Yeah, good for Callum. Good for Callum.
Another chance.
Oh, yeah.
Knew Wilson was going to get
Yeah.
on the action. But yeah, it'll be good to see them in the Champions League and then see how they can balance this season with it. Brentford are doing well. They're playing good football, so I'm expecting good things from them as well.
Cool. And last game will be the Bournemouth. And
I ain't nothing to say about that. I watched that game. I watched the whole game today, bro. There's nothing to talk about that, bro.
but you think it was a good game?
I said
Wasn't a bad game.
there was no. I don't give a them. They're both gonna finish 10th and 12th anyway, bro. I don't give a fuck about Chelsea and Bournemouth, bro. I was just happy for my clean sheet. Shout out my Lugosto.
Cool. Look, since you're not going to be here next week, can you just give us like what's your thoughts on like the London derby? How do you think that's gonna go?
Yeah, it's the first one in a long time that I feel is it's not 50. It's not 50-50 because we're at home, innit? And whenever we're at home, I'm always, unless it's Man City, I'm always gonna think that we're gonna win, innit?
Yeah.
But it's the first one in a long time that I respect Spurs, and you know me, I don't respect them at all. Complete disrespect for that club. But I think their manager, who's new to me, I know he managed Celtic, but he's new to me. I don't really follow the Scottish league like that, so I'm thoroughly impressed with what he's doing with them and whatnot. And I think it's gonna be one hell of a game. It might go down as like the United game where it's like whether it's a last minute winner, but I think it's gonna be a good game. And I think for the first time in a long time, Spurs will be feeling confident. First, we come into Emirates and thinking we can not only draw, we can win. So I think I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna find a place to watch it. I don't care if it's I don't know what the time difference is from where I'm going, but I'm gonna find a place to watch it. And hopefully the 3 points, innit?
What is it? Are they in Texas? You've been in Texas recently. Where are you?
Disclaimer: I'm not going there, just in case someone tried to stalk me. But that's not where I'm going.
5 or 6.
Yeah, that's not where I'm going there.
You know why it's sweet, yeah? I remember when I was out there, it was that Newcastle Spurs game.
Yeah.
And it was first thing when I woke up. And Spurs were just chopping goals.
Oh yeah, that 4-5 nil at half time. Yeah.
So literally, you're talking about waking up at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and just having Premier League football. It's fantastic.
Okay, yeah, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You probably have to wake up like 9, 8 or something like that, so you don't need to wake up that early.
Yeah.
That might have even been the first game, so maybe it was of that day.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember, but yeah, it's a good time.
But I expect us to win. That's it. Whether they're good or not, whether they had a good start. We're both unbeaten, innit? Yeah, we're both unbeaten. So someone, yeah. And I'm not taking a draw at home, so yeah.
Cool. Is there anything else? Anything else that happened this week that we haven't discussed?
Yeah, why is Harry Maguire's mum tweeting, bro? Or
What
right,
did his
or
mum
support, not tweeting, bro.
Are you saying you ain't heard about this?
No, is one tweeting?
Said stop abusing my baby.
Yeah, whether she tweeted or whatever she done, but why is his mum speaking out in like?
It wasn't like Insta or something.
No, but
Stop
just leave your son, like, allow it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Allow
I didn't know.
it.
Your son's
Oh,
a big
swear.
man.
Like, bro, he plays football. Listen, what I don't get, and this we can close on this, because I think it's absolute BS, that they're calling out the media and pundits and whatnot. Gareth Southgate, bruv, if the guy plays well, we're gonna praise him because he's playing well. If he's playing shit, we have the same right to say he's playing shit.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire is going through a stinker, and it hasn't been 1 game or 2 games or whatever it's been. Yeah, he's going through a tough time in life, off the pitch, on the pitch, whatever. Yeah, we're allowed to say that his performances are mediocre. Fans are allowed to jeer him when he touches the football and whatnot. And England fans are allowed to be fucking pissed off if he's starting and there's other players that aren't. I don't get this whole. It's almost like it's bullying, or it's like allow it, man. Like, because if it was other man, and I'm not gonna bring anything else into this, but if it was other man, it wouldn't be like,
we already set the baseline.
Like, allow it, man. The mum's coming out. Like, come on, man. So he's a big man, bro. Like, his manager don't rate him. He's a 5th choice centre back at his club.
Yeah, but his manager needs to stop calling him a great player. His manager called him a great player.
Yeah, he called him a great player the other day.
Then you now don't shut up. If you don't rate him, say you don't rate him.
Yeah.
Well, don't call out Jaden and then not call out
Maguire. When we're talking about the manager, though, it's like, 1, does she take his mic at times, as you said?
Take his mic.
Yeah. And 2, it's like, I just don't know. I think he just doesn't know when to be honest and not when to be. That's his
very
problem.
confusing.
But he might actually think Harry's a great player. He's just not playing great. There's a difference between he's a great player. He's just not playing great.
I think it's good to understand that. I won't say great. Personally, I think he's a good player, but he doesn't suit how I want to play.
Yeah,
and he's not of the standard of Manchester United. That's how I put Harry. If you put Harry somewhere else, he's going to be a good player. He's not going to be a great player, but he's going to be a good player, and he fit in well.
And you won't even see his deficiencies.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
We ain't paying £75 million for a good player to play centre half of Man United.
But that's what we do all the time. But we need to understand we do it all the time, bro.
Yeah, that's what you do. But you do that all the time. Look,
I just don't. I hear where he's coming from. I honestly, maybe he does think he's a great player. I just think he's just not playing great, innit? He's just not playing great.
I just think he's probably I think he's trying to maintain.
Yeah, he's trying to maintain
a bit
something.
Of value.
He's maintaining something.
Like knowing that he has
Just
to.
allow it,
He's
bro.
got to go. But look, teams. Look, it's easy. Like it's Ari in it. So, but teams has bought player that they thought was a great player. That's not a great player. That's been bought for load. That's been bought for a load of money. Like, if you go over, like we can go at least, even if not. Obviously, with us, we're notorious for it.
Week, bro.
But if you can go through the clubs and everyone's like has been in that position before, where they bought a player that hasn't been great for the club. So it is what it is. You move on. You lose money on them. That, But us, we do that every week.
Bro,
It's
It's
constant.
constant.
Yeah, I'm just not here for the pity party. That's the only thing I wanted to say.
Yeah,
I'm not here for the Harry Maguire pity. He's a big boy. He's not playing well. They're criticizing him. If he's playing great, everyone will be on his dick
That's
saying
what
he's
annoyed
playing
me,
great.
is that
End of, bruv.
Like with the United Glazers, all this, everyone is banging on the fans should have a voice. But then when they want to talk about Maguire, they shouldn't have a voice.
Like, and people are saying it's going overboard. What's going overboard? What? Because he comes on and the Scottish fans jeer him, and the England fans jeer him as well.
Raided Old Trafford. They raided Old Trafford and were like, they've got a right to protest. And now, so you can't.
Nah, man.
No, I agree, but I just think.
And then he's
like,
coming out and saying that, I can take it.
As long as
the players play better because I'm taking the pressure off them. Hey, shut up, man. Shut up.
I don't mind taking the stick.
But did he
Shut
come
up,
out?
man.
He said, I don't mind
But
taking the stick.
that was his.
Yes, he came out and spoke,
I
bro.
don't mind taking it because it means my players can concentrate, my teammates can shut up.
Shut up, man.
Now, to be fair, like I do, like I'm in agreement with what you guys saying, but as I said, there is times I'm not gonna lie that I do feel like it's heightened to a level where there'll be certain things that he's done that's probably not his fault. That
Oh, yeah,
everyone will blame
100%.
his fault. I have seen moments like that, but if he's
But
like I
that's
say,
life now.
and that's the
Because
only
if you
thing.
do something, we've seen a player score one goal, play one game, and they're like, this is the unlocking of that player. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yesterday when Richarlison scored, next thing I saw this morning is that a title from article saying why this will change things. So Richarlison, why is it going to change things? Because he might not score again.
Might not score again for 10 games. Yeah.
Everyone wants to jump on what's happened immediately. Bro, give it some time.
So look, it's like I'm like, if he deserves criticism, like any normal player,
it.
he needs to get it. But I just don't like the bits and bobs where every now and then where I feel like people are just, even if Harry Maguire is all the way on the other side, they find a way to like analyze and pick why he's the one that
in the stadium.
it was so.
When the electricity ran out.
Yeah.
It must be him.
So, but and United fans do that as well. United fans do that when he comes to the pitch when he's not even his fault. So because he's the scapegoat. So, but hey,
Like Jaden.
we'll move on. All right, cool. Thanks, people. Thanks for listening. Please share this with friends and family. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and all the good stuff. And we'll be back next week
See you next week.
for the
Peace.
London derby,
12-0.
North London derby specifically, and we'll see whether like Bayern beats us 12-0 or not. We out.
Peace.
Peace.